today. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Cody Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Mahomes throwing complete there to Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 49-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Mahomes firing complete. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Number 26.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brought down at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and...
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malcolm Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 28 yards. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
Is it okay if I give him a few props right here? Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a two-time walk-on, who later became a two-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most touchdown passes in Big 12 history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Browns first down.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Chiefs 7, Browns nothing.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, They give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
4-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Mahomes' pass caught by Watkins, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mayfield on first down, and finding the tight end Hooper.
Mayfield's
and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. To throw again on second down, Mayfield. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Their own 41-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And 2 at their 49-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Bashaud Breeland, the one that got him down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 7.
From the 27, Mayfield.
7-yard line.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Browns.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Mayfield looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. 5. And he will take a touchdown.
Touchdown,
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Hardman to return. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Again, it's Bell.
Le'Veon Bell.
He gets nothing on back-to-back runs, so now you're dealing with a 3rd and 10 and probably a passing play.
I would agree with that, and I would highly suggest to the play caller, check a different part of that section on your play sheet because his first 2 runs didn't help you at all. Find someone else who can touch the ball and maybe move it downfield.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
At the 30-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC.
nothing.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 21. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. B.J. Good. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
B.J. Goodson. Mahomes
able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Rashard Higgins brings up 2nd and 10.
Mayfield now from the 50. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Browns' 1st down.
Now Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
The Chiefs' 20-yard line.
They run. Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete to Jarvis.
Call it a gain of 5. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches.
Here's Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns get a score closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Parkey with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery.
Onside kick.
Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special team.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 47 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. Shotgun snap to Mahomes, and they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown.
To Austin Hooper.
Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for two.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Trying to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket.
The play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And now here comes Kansas City. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.